I have succeeded in working with 7 brands in the years 2022 and 2023, all by pitching to them. And today I'm going to take you through exactly what I did and how I did it so that you can also adapt it in your niche. Hi guys, almost welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana Amoateng. If today is your first time, I'm so glad to have you here. On this channel, we do beauty, hair, makeup tutorials, lifestyle, personal development. And then today, I'm going to be talking about how to pitch to brands as an influencer, as a content creator. And it is coming right from my previous video where I talked about how I landed 17 brand deals in 2023. So many people requested for how to do the pitching, because in my video I stated that most of my brand deals in 2022, I landed them as a result of me pitching to these brands. And so that is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. So if you have never pitched in your life, consider this as your 101 class. Okay, I am here for you. And in case you don't know what pitching is, when you say pitching, for those of us who are into music, who are choristers and etc., when somebody is singing and a person pitches, it means the person has amplified their vocal capacity, but then also at the same time sounding very, very good, still appealing to the ears, right? In a layman's definition, when it comes to the social media context or the influencing marketing context, when you say pitching, it simply means that making a proposal to a brand or reaching out to a brand and then giving them reasons why they should collaborate with you or justifying why they should collaborate with you. You can think about a proposal, right? Sending a proposal to a workplace or to an organization to help out, or submitting an application, right? You are giving the organization every reason that you are a candidate who is very, very fit and can do the job because you've seen what they do and you are interested to be part of the team. So consider it like that. And today we are going to delve right into it. So take a seat, grab a book, grab a pen, because I don't expect that by the end of today you don't write anything or don't take notes. You can't come to my class and not take notes, honey. So that when you are sitting in a car doing anything, you can be referring to it and then you can be learning alongside. So yeah, I'm happy to take you on this journey. Do stay tuned and let's dive right into it. Okay, so boom, in my personal experience, I think it's way easier to pitch to brands if you personally use their items or their services. For example, me being a beauty creator, it was so easy for me to connect to Daffy's because I used Daffy's products. It was easier for me to connect to Rabito Clinic because I had used their services before, like I shared in my previous video. It was also way easier for me to connect to Palmer's because I used their products as well. So in a way, you don't become like a stranger when you are reaching out to them because you can easily connect to their products. So as a creator, you need to identify the items you usually use most in your video. So if you are into food, you know, you use like kitchen utensils, you use a lot of kitchenwares. If you are into photography, you use a lot of gadgets. If you're into lifestyle or fashion, you love to do a lot of get ready with me. You do clothing, you know where you buy your stuff from boutiques, from shoe vendors, from like online shops, you know all those. So in that sense, you've already familiarized yourself with the products. That puts you in a very good position to talk about the products. And you know, you've already showed these products in your videos, your audience have already seen them. So your audience know that you indeed use these products. So in the future, when you finally get the deal and you're talking about the products, your audience are already aware that this is something you love doing and it's not anything new. So that's what makes it easy. So assuming you've identified all the items you love using and all the products and all the brands you've targeted to reach out to, the rest of the work lies on the approach. And it is worthy to mention that the fact that you're already familiar with the products and you know the brand to a certain extent in terms of their products or their service usage, you still have to do a little bit of research on the brand just to identify a gap that you intend to fill when they give you the chance to be part of their team in terms of being an influencer for them. You get it? A typical example is in 2022, before I reached out to Daffy's, I had identified that they weren't really active on TikTok. And then when I also reached out to Jocelyn as well, I realized they weren't really active on TikTok. They were mostly promoting their products and services on Instagram. So that is a gap I identified. So that was one of my pitching points to buying them into what I really want to do for them. And I'm going to give you an example in the end, like a classical example of how a pitching email looks like. So like I'm saying, when I reached out to Daffy's and Jocelyn, I told them that apart from me marketing their products on my pages, I was going to introduce the video to my TikTok fans, and then they could leverage on the exposure they've gotten from my videos so that my audience could become their potential customers, because already my audience are aware of the products that I'm using. And so when they finally have the exposure on TikTok, then they can leverage on that to build their TikTok presence. So that was a great pitching point for me at the time I reached out to them in 2022. Identifying a gap is surely not the only way. You can also show them a video that you featured their products in and the video has really performed also. If you were using their products or if you enjoyed their services and you documented it and posted it on your page, you can copy the data or the analytics of that video and include it in your email that, yes, look at this video. I bought so and so product. It really helped me. And this is how my audience interacted with it. This is the data analytics for it. And then they can also see. Another way to also help in your pitching is that you may not necessarily have purchased their products, or you may not necessarily have enjoyed their services, or you may not necessarily identify any gap, but then you just want to be added to their PR list. In Ghana, it is not really common that brands do PR lists. I'm yet to actually see a brand collaborating with influencers in terms of PR, but then it happens in like a lot of foreign countries. But you never know until you try. And in case you don't know about PR is simply public relations, where brands identify influencers, and then when they have any exclusives and they have any new launching, they let the influencers be the first people to have that opportunity. And then when they are having any events, they invite those influencers. When it comes to brand trips, those influencers would be the head front, they would go. So for example, as I love makeup like this, one of my dreams is to be on Fenty Beauty's makeup PR list, right? One of my dreams is to be on Beckham Age list, to be on NAS, to be on Sephora, to be on Ulta Beauty, and then coming down to Ghana to be on SO Aesthetics PR list, to be on Fela by McAfee's PR list, you know, so that whenever they are having any product launches, I'll be included. Whenever they are doing their events, I'll be part of it. If they are launching any of their products, I'll be the first person to know. So you can simply tell the brands that this is what you do, this is what you specialize in, you are very good at it. You show them your content, you give them your analytics, that this is how your videos have been performing, and so you think your videos really, or your kind of content really aligns with their brand, and so you just want to be on their PR list. It's not common in Ghana here, but you never know until you try. I haven't exhausted every brand out there. I'm still learning on the way, and hopefully I get to meet a brand in Ghana or in Africa who is into PR listing. So now that we've gotten all those things out of the way, let's look at how you are going to send the email, okay, or the message. But I highly recommend that you send an email. The first thing you do is to introduce yourself. You're going to tell them who you are, and then what you do, and what content you specialize in, or what you focus on for your channel. And then you want to state your why. We've already gone through the why you want them to collaborate with you. Are you looking at getting on their PR list? Are you looking at collaborating with them on a long term and then helping them out in terms of researching the gap? You remember that reason? Or are you looking at a particular service they've rendered or a product you purchased which has really helped, and you want them to collaborate with you on that very product? So just give them your why basically. And then you give them your unique selling points. You see why it's important to have gotten all those things out of the way. Your unique selling point simply tells them what, for yours, maybe your page is at a certain extent where you think that your reach is so wide that when they collaborate with you, their brand would have enough exposure and they will be introduced to a lot of other potential customers as well. Or if you're a small creator, maybe your unique point is the fact that even though you're a small creator, but then your engagement rate is so much on the high, and so you can influence them on that level. Or for yours may just be a video that is doing so well out of all the videos you've created. Whether you're a small creator or a big creator, of all the videos you've created, that is the most performing video on your page, and that is really what your unique selling point is. Or for yours, you have a great idea that you want to suggest to them, and so you want to sell them that idea. Okay, you've identified, so it may not just be your following or a performing video or the product that you love, or you identified a gap that you want to offer them to fill or create, but then for you have an idea for the brand. And usually, when you get an idea for a particular brand, it's simply because you've done your research. So it still goes back to the researching. So that's why the research is very important. You get it? I get it. And then you want to state your skills. Okay, so when they give you the chance, what are you going to do? Fine, you have given them your performing video, you have given them that you've identified this gap, but how are you going to contribute to solving that particular issue? How are you going to contribute to helping the brand? Why should they consider to collaborate with you? Because you are not in their minds, you are giving them a reason for them to start thinking about you. So you have to justify that as well. And for those who have probably done any promotions or ads for any particular brand, you can add that link. If you think that promotion aligns to the brand you are reaching out to, you can add that particular link and say, hey, look at what I did for ABC brand. I think this particular promotion really aligns with what you do. And there's the analytics for the said video. So you can add that as well. So after you have done all this, you may add your rates, but personally, I don't recommend that you add your rates. Give them all the reasons. Let them fall in love with your proposal. Let them have the desire to want to meet you, to listen more of you.
I want you.
And then when they've already fallen in love, most of the times, there's a high chance you're going to get the collaboration, right? So let them fall in love with you before you go ahead and propose rates. But if you think you are going to be successful, you can go ahead and add your rates. Or if you are very convicted, you can go ahead and add your rates. But personally, I don't recommend that you do that. Now that I've picked my laptop, you know the game is on, okay? So I'm going to read a typical example I sent to a brand which landed me a deal. But for confidentiality's sake, I am going to call the brand Mango, and I'm going to call the products and services as apples. And I've also exaggerated the numbers and figures so that it's hard for you to guess which brand it was, okay? Also take note that I pitched to them as a brand ambassador, but then I ended up getting a short-term deal, which is equally a win because, half a loaf is better than none, right? Here it goes. Dear Mango, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Juliana Amoateng, and I'm a beauty content creator with a substantial following on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I've been following Mango for quite some time, and I wanted to express my deep admiration for the exceptional apples you provide. In 1991, I purchased Mango from one of your outlets, and I have been incredibly impressed. And I've been incredibly impressed with the purchase. Not only has it helped achieve my purpose, but I have also shared it with my loyal and engaged audience across my social media platforms. Currently, I have over 5 million organic followers on TikTok, 10 million on Instagram, and 15 million on YouTube. Yeah, I'm just exaggerating the numbers so that you don't know when and where and who I sent it to. The positive feedback I have received from my audience regarding the effectiveness of apples have been overwhelming. To provide a glimpse of the engagement and impact, I have linked the videos below where I mentioned Mango and showcased the positive response from my audience. So I added 2 links of what I made from the products and services inside the email as well. These videos serve as testimonials to the genuine results and positive experience I have had with apples. I believe there is a tremendous opportunity for us to collaborate. By working together, we can amplify the success and impact of both our brands. I would love to discuss a potential partnership where I can serve as an official brand ambassador for Mango. As a beauty creator, I have the ability to showcase the genuine results and positive experiences I have had with Mango. Through dedicated and content creation, we can reach a wider audience and increase the visibility of Mango's outstanding products and services. I'm confident that my authentic and engaging approach to Apple content, coupled with my strong influence and loyal followers, can significantly contribute to Mango's growth and reputation. I will be delighted to discuss this collaboration opportunity further. Please let me know if you would be interested in exploring this partnership. I'm open to scheduling a call or meeting at your convenience to discuss the details. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to the possibility of working together. Warm regards, Juliana Amoateng. So you can see that I introduce myself, I let them know which platforms I am on, I let them know what content I create, and then I let them know, so in this particular email, what I am pitching to them is the fact that I patronize their products and services, and I was impressed. I shared the documentary with my audience about 2 times. My audience loved it, and I showed the videos to them. So I use the videos as my selling point, you get it, to them. I let them know my current following and then how my audience are very engaging and loyal. And I let them understand that the videos are enough evidence to show that when we collaborate together, both of us would it's going to benefit both brands. And I told them my ability as a beauty creator, the fact that I can create content with their products and services and how it can help both brands, and then also the fact that I'm going to be doing dedicated content for them. And I also let them understand what I really wanted to do. I was very, very specific with my intention, and I told them that I'll be delighted to discuss the opportunity further. So I let them know that I'm available in case they're falling in love with me. I'm available to talk, and I added my number and my number and everything is in my email. So most of the times it's just at the last part. So when I sign off, it is there for the brand to see my contact details and contact me back, you know. And I thank them for their attention. So basically that's a very simple one, and this actually landed me a deal. I know some of you like soft life and want to be spoon-fed. So what I've done is, if you want a very simple template according to how you can be pitching with the examples that I gave, I'm going to make it available on on a link. I'm going to put it in my description. You can purchase it at a very affordable price. So just look out for the link in my description and go ahead and purchase the template. Why are you looking at my face like that? It's my intellectual property.
It's mine. It's all mine.
No intellectual property is free. Okay, I've explained everything to you. So if you want me to go out of my way to give you a template, then of course you have to pay for my intellect. Okay. I hope I've given you everything you need, but I really need you to be very confident in yourself. But don't be overly ambitious. Okay, don't lie in your pitching. What is there, don't say it is not there, and what is not there, don't say it is there. Don't lie with your numbers, don't lie with your engagement rates, don't lie with what you can do. Don't go and steal somebody's idea. Okay, you can just learn and be inspired by others, but don't be stealing ideas. Do you understand? And I also need you to pray for the favor. The Bible says that you may gain favor in the sight of God and man. God blesses man through people. And so just pray for the gift of favor, the spirit of favor to follow you everywhere you go. When you're about to send that email, hit that prayer, kabosh, kabosh, you know, and then per gospel, everything will fall in their rightful places, okay? And understand that you have nothing to lose. When you send the email to them, the worst they can say is no. And the worst they can do is to type that email and return it to you and say, no, we won't collaborate with you. That's the worst to happen. And when it happens like that, be rest assured that it is fine. It's okay. It's okay to be rejected. You have to learn how to accept rejection. You have to learn how to accept no's. Because, you know, as much as you want to work with certain brands that you have targeted or that you love, these particular brands also have their main values, they have their principles, they have their budgets, they have their marketing objectives, and they also have certain kind of influencers they want to be working with, you know. So when you don't fall within that category, there's no way they are going to work with you unless, you know. And so it is the same thing. I don't think you have decided to work with every brand that comes your way. Is it? I don't think so. Would you be working with all brands, like every kind of brand? I don't want to mention names, but you have your own principles, you have your own boundaries, you have your own core values. It's the same thing for the brands as well. If you don't align with their values, if the kind of content creator you are, whatever you showcase on your platforms, if your videos do not align with the kind of influencer they want to partner with, let it be. When they don't respond, follow up a few times, you know, follow up about 2 to 3 times. When they don't respond, then you let it be, you understand? But until then, just let it be. You cannot work with every brand, and every brand can also not work with you. Just accept that. Personally, I haven't succeeded in all the pitches I have done, right? I haven't succeeded in all of them. You know, I've reached out to cosmetics, I've reached out to makeup brands, I've reached out to fashion brands, I've reached out to a couple of brands, but I haven't heard from everybody. Some responded, some didn't respond, you know. So when it happens like that, you just have to accept it and then keep going and keep trying. And brands themselves will be reaching out to you, just as it happened for me in 2023. And if you haven't watched that video, again, please don't go and catch up. And the most important thing is, when you are sending these pitching emails or when you are pitching to the brands, you don't have to send the same thing to each brand. You understand? You have to personalize every pitching to the respective.
Sorry.
No problem, baby. You have to personalize each pitching to the respective brand. It's like applying for a job and applying to different organizations. You don't expect to send the CV you are sending to organization A to organization B. No, unless it is the same role and the job descriptions are the same. You are tailoring your CV and your cover letter based on the job description that is lying in front of you. For example, if I'm pitching to Fenty Beauty, I will not be using the same approach as I would pitch to Ula Hair or I See Hair or Darling Ghana or Ultra Africa. You understand? I will not be using the same thing because these brands produce different things. Their goals might be different. The way they post, even on their pages, might be different. Whatever approaches they are using might be different. Their core values are definitely different. So I cannot use the same approach as I would pitch to Fenty Beauty to Ultra Ghana or Ultra Africa. Do you understand? So that is why it is very important that if you happen to purchase my template, you personalize the template to suit who you are. Don't just lift everything and then be sending it anyhow, anywhere. You understand? Personalize it to suit who you are, to represent your content, to represent your rates, to represent the date, to represent your name. And I hope you are not going to copy my name. I remember when I was in JHS, it was a French exercise, and then somebody was copying somebody, and before he realized, he had copied the girl's name. It was a girl and a boy. The boy was copying the girl, and before he realized, he had copied the girl's name. And the way the French master beat him, ocean rough. So please, I know y'all are intelligent.
Okay. You're intelligent, baby.
You know, so yeah, I don't expect that you do that. So please personalize the template to suit your content, to suit your style, to suit the brand you are sending it to, and be creative. You know, be creative. You get it? But then in my next video, somebody mentioned in the other video where I was telling you about the brands I landed in 2023 that I should talk about how to do media kits and how to do rate cards. I'm not sure if everybody wants me to talk about it, but probably I'll talk about it if the demand is high. But if you have other topics around content creation and anything at all, please do let me know, and I'll be glad to address them. I'll be glad to help out, because I am here for you, because I want everybody to succeed. Okay, if you are working hard, you have to see results, and I am right here to help you achieve that. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful. Thank you all so much for sticking with me. And yes, don't forget to purchase my templates if you are interested. I'll leave the link in the description box. I love you. Do take care, and I'm going to see you in my next video. If you are interested in this hair tutorial, I'll be posting it as well. As for the makeup, we did it together. So yeah, all right. I love you guys. Do take care. I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.